What it do, what it do? Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me? Boom. We're live in the building. Get right, gang, pull up. Pull up on me. Pull up on me. All right, who's here? Roll call. What up, Big Ben, Charlene, Sandra Watts? Some Russian name I cannot read because I'm not Russian. Jay Smith, Dizzier Clouds, Do La Doos, Victoria, Stefan. And that's all the new unique names I see. Who else is here? There's 28 people in the stream, but I see about 10 or 12 names. All of you silent viewers, announce yourself. Who else is in this building? Who else is live? What's going on, folks? What it do? We got Robin Lee. We got Tra. Who else? 27. Where's the rest of you? Make yourself known. Katrina, what's up? All right, folks, where's everyone watching from? We got Maria. We got Eric. Where's everyone watching from? Where are you watching from? Let's get some interaction going. State your area. What is your state, your country, your place of residence? Area code, bedroom, square meter, satellite number. I don't know. Where you guys from? Maria from North London, Tra from Maryland, Victoria from Lithuania, Jay Smith, a Jersey girl, Robin Lee from Florida, Katrina from Massachusetts. Who else is here? Where you guys at? We got Katie Chow from Stratford, London. Charlene from Brum, sorry. Definitely an accent. Charlene from Brum. Sandra from New Yorkshire, or is it New Yorkshire? Leviosa. Old joke. Stefan from Miami. Beryl from London. We got Big Ben from listening from Weymouth, Southwest London. Dula from Georgia, United States. 40 people in the stream. Welcome everyone to week 13 of my live weigh-in series. My name is Jamal Getright, and I'm just a big fella who's trying to lose a whole bunch of weight. And I'm doing it live for the world to see on social media. I do these live weigh-ins every single Sunday, and today is the 13th Sunday that I'm doing a live weigh-in. So what's going to happen is in a few moments, I'm going to get on the scale. I'm going to weigh myself, and we're going to see, did I lose any weight this week? Did I gain any weight this week, or am I exactly the same as I was last week? Honestly, we've had some weeks where all three of those scenarios have played out. There's been weeks where I've lost weight. There's been weeks where I've lost a lot of weight. There's been weeks where I've lost barely any weight. There's been weeks where I've lost no weight, and weeks where, well, 1 week where I gained a little bit of weight. So it could go anywhere. So it's going to be interesting to see. We got Baseball King from Georgia, Dula from Georgia. I think we've done those. All right, folks, I think that's all the shout-outs we've got to do. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to do my weigh-in, and then in a few moments we're going to do a Q&A session. So if you have questions about my weigh-in series or about my weight loss in general, or anything that you might need help with that you think I can help you with, feel free to ask in the chat. But before we get to any of that, just a gentle reminder that this video is monetized, which means that super chats are active. So if you want to support the boy, support my weight loss progress, support me as I need to get, new supplements, new clothes, because let's face it, this shirt's getting a little bit loose, folks. This is a 5X, but I don't know, it might be a few more weeks before this wardrobe has to get replaced. So yeah, there's some expenses involved, of course. The foods and the drinks, the supplements. So if you want to support your boy's weight loss journey, feel free to drop a super chat, or you can also get some merch. I've got the merch link right at the top, getrightgang.com. You might see some links floating around the video for some merch as well. The weather's getting colder. If you want a hoodie or a sweatshirt, you can get you a Get Right Gang hoodie and sweatshirt. It's a design I made myself. Or if you want some gym t-shirts, I've got gym t-shirts as well. So if you want to support, there's ways to do that. But if you just want to enjoy and spend some time with me today on this fine Sunday evening, totally fine too. So welcome everyone. We got Chizzy from Southeast London. Let's go. We got Tamia from South Africa. Whoa, we're way out. We are truly global today, folks. That's awesome. You guys, I see you asking questions already, so I guess you guys are eager. So let's get started then. Let's get cracking and we'll get straight to the Q&A straight after. So at this point, what we normally do is predictions. So what I'd like for you to do is all 45 of you in the stream right now, I want you to post your predictions in the chat. Last week I was £470.4. Last week I was £470.4. And what I'd like you to do is predict what you think I'm gonna weigh this week. Did I gain weight? Did I lose weight? Did I stay the same? I want you to tell me what you think. Last week was 470.4. It'd be interesting to see if anyone gets it right or anyone is close. Sometimes I like to go back to the live streams once these are over and see if anyone got it close. Sometimes you guys are way off, which is always interesting and funny. But yeah, post your predictions, guys. I'm gonna get myself ready to jump on the scale. Ooh. See 462s, 465, 69, 464, 469.2, 463. Looks like you guys are confident that I'm in the 460s, huh? Am I correct in making that statement? Are you guys confident that I'm in the 460s? Maybe I haven't lost any weight. What makes you so sure? 463s, 462s, I don't see any 70s. So, I guess you guys must believe in me. So, let's get the show on the road. Let's go. So this is a talking scale. So what should happen is you'll be able to hear what my weight is. So make sure you got your sound on and you're paying attention. Once I do my weight, you'll be able to hear it. So let's get cracking. Get right, gang. Welcome to week 13 of my live weigh-in series. Last week I was 470.4 pounds. Let's find out what I weigh this week. Here we go.
Hello.
What it do? You ready for me?
It's ready.
Let's go, guys. 470.4 we're gonna beat. Let's see what happens.
£468.2.
There it is. 468.2, a 2.2 pound loss, which is exactly a kilo. Let's do it again.
£468.4.
The second time, 468.4. I'm going to take the first one because I like the number. It's exactly a kilo. So week 13, the loss is 2.2 pounds and the new number is 468.2 pounds. Into the 460s. Let's talk about it.
Goodbye.
Later. then. There you go. So there you go, folks. Pretty much just tiptoed my way into the 460s. Now 468. Not a drastic number this week. Can't always have giant drops, but you guys know my saying. Slow motion is better than no motion. So today is not a big drop, but it is a drop nonetheless. Still making progress. So I'm going to take that every single time. Let's keep pushing, folks. Let's try to get to those 450s very, very soon. Now that we're in the 460s, we're not stopping there. We're definitely not going back the other way. So let's keep pushing, guys. All right, Q&A time. If you're new here, then you might not know this, but this is my favorite part of the show, because this is the part where I get to hydrate. Finally, I haven't drunk anything all day. And I just bought this week. Just bought this. This giant 1 gallon jug. This is exactly 10 pounds or a little bit over 10 pounds of water. Water and sugar-free orange squash. If you want to know the specific one, it's Robinson's sugar-free squash and sparkling water. So no particular reason, no health reasons or benefits for that. Obviously, there's no sugar in it, very low calories, and it tastes pretty good. It's mostly just water. But water's still better, I'm not going to lie. But I just do it because, not about being perfect, it's just about being consistent. So, hydration time, baby. Did anyone guess 468? Woo! All right, what you guys saying? Robin says a win is a win. That's right. Damn Razor says go carnivore, trust. Some days I do eat carnivore. In fact, I ate carnivore one day this week. I just had ground beef and eggs. So I'm not carnivore lifestyle, but sometimes I just have a full carnivore meal. So it is that. Katie Chow says win. Miss Smith says that's great. Chizzy says well done. Tommy is posting roses. SG says nice job. Tross says congrats. Labina is celebrating. Charlene says brilliant. Tina says hi. Kelsey says oh what is. Dula says congrats. Another great week. Sylvie says you're on a roll now, Jamal. Well done. Libney says you're doing the work. Big old Ben says hope you're buzzing with that loss. It's not bad. It's not bad. Sylvie says happy days. Tina says well done. Ben says positive progress, you're winning. Robin says how do you stay motivated when you feel like you aren't doing the numbers that you really want to see? That is a great question. And you know what's funny? I get asked that question quite a lot. How do you stay motivated? So I'm glad you asked that, because I get asked it so much that I actually have a very good answer. So you ready for this? I've prepared this one. The question was, how do you stay motivated? And my answer is, I don't stay motivated. That's the truth. I don't enjoy this that much, you guys. Don't get it twisted. You might see me jolly and cheerful during the streams, but for the most part during the week, I'm pretty miserable. It's not fun. All the fasting and being hungry and going gym all the time and making videos all the time and writing scripts and recording and camera angles and sacrifices. Why would I be motivated to do any of that? I won't, and you won't. But you do it anyway because you said you would, for one. You got to keep your word. And two, because you're working towards a better tomorrow. You're working towards your future. And let me tell you something, folks. That future that you're working towards, it requires a lot of very, what should I say, crappy, miserable days. A lot of them. It's about consistency. Consistency doing the stuff that you don't like doing. So everyone that's been successful knows that. It's not sexy, it's not pretty. It just takes hard work and sacrifice and consistently doing that day after day. You have to embrace that and understand that that's what it takes. So when you feel like crap, when you're having a rough day, remember that people before you that have been successful at what you're trying to do had those exact days. And they never gave up. They just kept doing those days over and over again. That is the journey. That's why it's called a journey. It's not called a trot along a straight path. It's called a journey. There's rounds, ups and downs, lefts and rights. It's not a straight line, and it's hard work. There's obstacles in the way. The journey is, and the challenge is, having a whole bunch of crappy, I'm going to swear, a whole bunch of shit days. A whole bunch of them. And stacking them up and getting through them on top of it. Not giving in. When you've got people texting your phone saying, oh, come out. Oh, let's smoke a joint. When you see takeaways and meal deals here and there, like, oh, eat this, oh, buy that, oh, drink this. It's you saying no to all of that and understanding that there is no motivation. And if there is, it doesn't last. The way to make it through is to understand that it takes a whole bunch of really shit days and stack those shit days upon shit days, and eventually you're going to reach your goals. That is how you succeed at anything that is difficult. And anything that isn't difficult to succeed in probably isn't worth succeeding in. So there's your answer. I was ready for that one. What do you guys think? Agree or disagree? What other questions you got for me? I'm ready for you. I'm warmed up now. Dula says, congrats, another great week. I think I read that already, but thank you. Jay Smith says, do you watch your sodium intake? Yes, I do. So you guys have seen me blend my chicken. It's caused a big stir, honestly. It's been a worldwide outrage. People are so mad that I blend my chicken. I get so many DMs and comments like, why do you blend your chicken? Why would you do such a thing? What a disgrace. This is why I blend my chicken, guys. And I've said this many times. I do it because it's easy to mix my electrolytes in my chicken. I basically measure my daily electrolytes, which for me is around 3,000 milligrams of sodium, around 3,000 milligrams of potassium, and about 400, did I say that right? Yeah, about 400 milligrams of magnesium. I think I said that right. 3,000 potassium milligrams, 3,000 milligrams of sodium, and about 400 milligrams of magnesium. That's what I need for the entire day. And because I'm fasting most of the day, I only eat once, I'm not getting a lot of potassium. I'm not getting a lot of electrolytes. So I've got a couple of options there. I could either mix it in with my water and drink salt water, which I don't particularly enjoy and is tough to do, or I can just mix it in with my food. And that's what I decided to do. So I blend my chicken with my daily electrolyte recommendation amount. And I blend it with some gravy as well. And it just so happens that the consistency of salt, because basically electrolytes is basically salt. So the consistency of salt and the water and the chicken is pretty much spot on to make that blended smoothie, chicken smoothie, taste perfect. It's not too salty and it's not too bland. It's pretty much perfect. So that's why I do that. Now people then say, okay, so why don't you just blend your vegetables with the electrolytes? Why would you blend your chicken? Just blend the vegetables. And my answer is, blend the vegetables if that's what you want to do. It makes no difference. It's still going down the same hole. If you prefer to blend the vegetables with gravy and some water and electrolytes, then do that. Sometimes I do that too. But I prefer the taste of blended chicken. What's so bad about that? I don't understand. Why is everyone so mad at me because I blend my chicken? I blend chicken. Get over it. I'm going to get very, very wealthy and look very, very sexy from blending chicken. And you're just going to have to deal with it. So that's my long, drawn-out answer to your question. Do I measure my electrolytes? Next question. What you got for me? Victoria says, proud of you for making the 60s. Thank you, Victoria. Let's keep pushing. Mr. Jam says, you look good. There's a real noticeable difference. Thank you, Mr. Merjam. Robin says, I'm ready. I've already done the weigh-in, Robin. You got to rewind the video a little bit if you can. I did the weigh-in. The weigh-in was, what was it? 468.2, I think. Yeah, 468.2. So I lost 2.2 pounds. Now into the 460s. Not a big drop, but I'm in the 460s. So we're in a new bracket. Now we're going to look towards the 450s. All right. Dula says, happy to see the new meal plan. You're blessed with the fish donation. Yeah, so this week has been a very unique week. Very productive, actually. A lot of interesting things happened this week, actually. So, I don't know. Should I answer some more questions or should I talk about my week? I tell you, I'll talk about my week. I'll try and talk a little bit quick, even though a lot of things happened. It was very eventful. The first thing that happened this week, I got spotted in my town by 3 different people. I don't want to say I'm TikTok or Instagram famous because that's extremely cringe. Even though I got called a TikTok influencer live in person twice this week, and I've never been called something more cringe in my life. But I'll talk about that in a minute. So this week I got spotted 3 times. First time I got spotted by someone who literally lives in my apartment. Well, basically they saw my video on TikTok and they were like, I think you live in my apartment. They sent me a DM. They're like, I think you live in my apartment. I was like, nah, which apartment are you talking about? Because I'm going to say it. They're like, then they said the name of the apartment. So I was like, okay, yeah, I live in your apartment. So and they were like, cool, me and my husband, we watch your videos. So I was like, oh, cool, that sounds cool. You guys want to meet up? They're like, yeah, let's meet up. So we ended up meeting up, was hanging around in my apartment, just getting to know each other, chatting. They brought some whiskey and some mixers and some light snacks like some hummus and carrots and stuff. So we were chatting the breeze and talking crap and hanging out, getting to know each other. So I made some friends in my apartment that watch my videos. They called me a TikTok influencer, which I thought was extremely cringe. Like, I'm a grown man. I don't want to be a TikTok influencer, but at some point, I guess, I became a TikTok influencer, which is weird to me. Because when I think of TikTok influencers, I think of 16-year-old kids dancing to Justin Bieber songs and doing cringe skits. But I got called a TikTok influencer twice this week. So apparently at some point in the last 12 weeks, 13 weeks, I became a TikTok influencer, which is, I don't know how I feel about that, but it is what it is. Anyway, that was number 1. Second time I got spotted was a few days ago. I went to the gym at 2 in the morning. Obviously, there's not a lot of people at the gym at 2 in the morning. There's probably like 5 people there, including myself. Soon as I went in, this fellow with ginger hair walks up to me. His name wasn't Ed. Surname wasn't Sheeran. But this fellow walks up to me. He's like, are you that TikTok influencer? I was like, oh my God. I wanted to be like, no, I ain't no TikTok influencer. You got me confused, buddy. I'm a grown-ass man. I was like, yeah, I'm Jamal. Yeah, I'm Jamal. He's like, yeah. I got to know him a little bit, dapped it up. He didn't mind being in my video, so I was like, yo, you want to be in my video? So yeah, cool. So if you watch my videos, you would have seen him. His name is Cuba. So we was hanging out for a bit, shooting the breeze. So that was number 2. 2 a.m. randomly in the gym. And then number 3 was the next day. No, number 3 was the same day, but earlier. Although I met him the next day. Geezer messaged me on Instagram or TikTok and was like, this one was weird. Because he messaged me and said that he saw me walking down the street the day before he saw me on Instagram. So he actually saw me in person and somehow remember that. And then the next day he saw me pop up on Instagram and he was like, I'm pretty sure I saw you just yesterday walking down the street. So I was like, okay, what street? And then he said the street was like near this place. And I'm like, okay, yeah, he spotted me. And then he was like, by the way, if you want to hook up for some free fish and some meal prep stuff, I can hook you up with some free fish and some meal prep stuff. And I was like, excuse me? What did you say? I was like, give me your number Let's talk about it. So I called him straight away. He was like, oh, whoa, that was quick. Within like 2 minutes of talking to him, we was on the phone. So then I got to know him. Geezer named Neil. Shout out to Neil. He's like, I got some free fish for you and some food prep stuff. He's got like a knife sharpening and a meal prep business he's trying to promote on social media. And because of that, he promotes this fish shop near my apartment, and they give him free fish. So it's like, I could probably get you some free fish, and I can help you with some meal preps. And the reason why I want to help you is, one, because I just like helping people, and two, I can't stand to look at you eating more blended chicken. Another guy getting on to me about my doggone blended chicken. I don't understand. Why is it causing such an outrage? It's weird. Everybody's mad about blended chicken. So it's like, I'm gonna help you out with that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get you a few weeks supply of free fish, some shrimp, some salmon, and some other bits and bobs for free. And I'm gonna give you some sauces as well, like some teriyaki sauce, some teriyaki sauce, some peri-peri sauce, and some jerk sauce as well. And you're gonna have that, you're gonna have your fish, you can buy your vegetables, get your water and stuff, but we're gonna take care of you. So that is ridiculous. That is the most crazy thing anyone's ever offered me in my life, honestly. And yeah, we actually went and done it. We went to a fish shop, was it the next day or the day after, a few days after? Went to a nearby fish shop called the Fish Key in Sunderland. Shout out to the Fish Key in Sunderland, a great bunch of guys and girls. And they hooked me up with like a week to 2 week supply of fish and prawns, shrimp, salmon, and that good premium quality, premium price fish, which is in my freezer right now. I haven't used it yet, but I'm going to. So that was insane. We made content around that. So if you've been watching I haven't made the video for that yet. I'm a bit behind in videos. I'm gonna make that video tonight actually before I go to bed. So I've got a few videos to upload. I've got to upload that video, and I've got to do the weigh-in and the before and after, but I'll get that done either tonight or tomorrow morning. But if you're on my Instagram and you're on my TikTok, then you might have seen it in my stories as well, because I put it on my stories. But yeah, me and Neil went to the Fish Key, got like 2 weeks of fish and shrimp, and Neil is hooking me up with some sauces as well to go with it. So my blended chicken days might be coming to an end, folks. But I'm also getting the crazy hookup, premium price, premium quality fish, literally for free, and I'm just promoting their businesses as well. So if you've been watching my stories, you would have seen that. It was an awesome week. On top of that, I also got 100,000 followers on Instagram. I think my TikTok is around 100,000 right now as well. It might be 100,000 right now as we speak, or close to it. But basically, my Instagram and TikTok are at 100,000 right now. And I started posting on them consistently in two months ago, basically, like 85 days ago. In 85 days, I've gained 100,000 followers on Instagram and TikTok. So 200,000 combined followers. That is insane to me. So yeah, that was my crazy week. Sorry for the long ramble there, but yeah, I thought you guys might be interested. A lot happened this week. And then to end it off, down to the 460s. But yeah, let me answer some questions, folks. Sorry about that. Sorry about my little story time. Let me see what you guys are saying. Peaceful says, what is the pound difference in weight loss this week? The pound difference is 2.2 pounds. I lost 2.2 pounds, which is exactly 1 kilo. The specific weight is 468.2, down to the 460s. All right, Lois. Not gonna read what Lois says. He says nothing wrong with a little Mary Jane. That's all I'll say. If you know, you know. But I'm not here to endorse that. I'm just reading the comment. Sky Blue says hi, Jamal. What up, Sky? Isabella says hi. What up, Isabella? Sandra says you're motivated because if not, no life. It's no life just existing. Perfect. There you go. All right, so Sandra said it. It's the reason why I'm motivated is because it's for a better life, folks. It's because I'm working towards a better life. and I have a vision for what I want that life to look like. And if you have a vision for having a better life for yourself, just know that it takes a series of really shit days, and you have to stack those on top of each other, because you're gonna suffer and you're gonna feel pain. Some days I might even go as far as to say it feels like torture, but that is what it takes. And every successful person, whatever they've been successful at for the most part, unless they've got really lucky or done some sort of get rich quick scheme, which doesn't often work, but for the most part, it just takes a series of really difficult days. So you've got to understand that that's what it requires. So when you're feeling those pains and those suffering feelings, just keep stacking them, because that is the challenge. That is the journey. Trust me. Mr. X though says best vegetable you recommend. So for weight loss, the best vegetables are greens, cruciferous vegetables, broccoli, spinach, low calories green vegetables, broccoli and spinach, and probably kale. Obviously salad as well. You know, some leafy greens are the best. Put it that way. Don't ask me why. I just know they are. Big Ben says, any bigger size hoodies in your shop? They look great, but I don't think a size 3 is going to fit me. So in the shop, there should be, if you look at the men's section, there should be 5XL, unless it's sold out. But in the men's section, it goes up to 5XL. The reason why I know that is because my hoodie right here is a 5XL. So unless they're sold out, Ben, it's dirty, so I'm not wearing it. But yeah, you can get your Get Right Gang hoodie. They go up to 5XL. I think they go as low as small. But unless they're sold out of 5XLs, you should be able to find one. Make sure you look at the men's section. If you're looking at the female section and they don't have your size, just get one in the men's section. I think they're unisex anyway, the hoodies. I think they're unisex. So I don't think there is a men's and women's. But yeah, unless they're sold out, you should be fine. Isabella says, you're way more confident now than when you started. Thank you. I'll take that. I'll take your word for it. I wouldn't know. I'm just doing me. So if that's what I project, then thank you. I'll take that. Victoria says, is making your own gym something you would like to do one day? If I was rich, yeah. That would require a lot of money, which I don't have. I have a decent amount of money, but I don't have a lot of money. So if I had, if I had my own house, to where I could refurbish it and redecorate it and drill and stuff, and had lots of space, yeah, I wouldn't mind making my own gym. Yeah, put Get Right Gang on the wall somewhere. Get a basketball court, sauna room. Get weights up to like 70 kilo. Because I'm gonna be a beast by then, best believe. But yeah, that's long-term goals. We're not anywhere near that now, so not really any point. Think about it. But yeah, I wouldn't mind. Lady T says, how tall are you? I'm 6'2" and 36 years young. Lady T says, you're looking good and healthy. Thank you, Lady T. Appreciate that. I would like to think so, losing this weight. I'd like to think that the skin and the hair will get healthy along the way, but so thank you, appreciate that. Sky Blue said, it sounds like you had a great week. It was very, very unique week, that's for sure. A lot of really cool things happened. A lot of really weird things happened. A lot of really unexpected things happened. And to culminate it, you lost 2.2 pounds today, so I'll take it. Sky Blue says, would love to go on walks with you. I kind of like working out by myself, if I'm honest. As I said this at the beginning, but take my word for this. Most of the time, I'm pretty miserable. And because of that, I don't really like to be around people. And I don't really like to talk to people too much either. Because I'm not really in a good mood. Like this stuff, especially the fasting. A lot of you watching this have fasted before, so you know. If you've done extended fasting, it does make you kind of cranky. So a lot of time I'm in my head, I'm angry. I'm thinking, like, I'm on my villain arc, basically. I'm listening to very evil music, like Attack on Titan. If you know about the anime Attack on Titan, I just listen to Attack on Titan evil music. And I'm just in villain mode. I listen to quotes from bad guys in movies. Like I'll take a scene from a movie like The Dark Knight, and I listen to a speech from Ra's al Ghul, and I'm like, You know, I'm just like, I'm not in a good mood. So because of that, I don't really like to socialize that much while I'm on this weight loss journey. When I'm at my weight goal and I get to start eating steak and eggs every day, sure, we can hang out. I'll be in a jolly good old mood. A jolly good old mood, believe me. But when I'm losing weight and I'm only eating once a day, I'm not really in a good mood, I'll be honest with you. But that is the journey and that is part of the process. And I'm here to be transparent about it as much as I can. So if you didn't know that, and if you are thinking about doing extended fasting or OMAD, that is one of the potential side effects. Most people would agree that that's what they experience. For me, it's a daily thing. Sometimes people call me and I'm like, buddy, you need to text me because I can't answer your call right now. I'm not in the mood to talk. So I'm like, I ignored the call and I'm like, what did you want to talk about? I'll send them a text back. I don't feel like talking. I'm cranky most of the time. So yeah, if you call me and I don't pick up, it's probably why. So, Lady T said, you earned it, well deserved. Thank you, Lady T, appreciate that. Big Ben says, fish is a great source of protein, great for vitamins and omega-3 fats. Absolutely spot on, Big Ben. Big old Ben. Yep, fish is a great source of a whole lot of things. And I'm getting free fish, which is crazy to me. Crazy to me. So shout out to the Fish Key in Sunderland. I've got to make that video. I'm going to make that video today or tomorrow. So you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But if you saw my stories this week, then you already know. Got a real crazy hookup this week. So I'm very happy about that. Lady T said, what's your name on TikTok? My name on TikTok is Jamal Get Right _. All one word. I'll post it in a chat right now. My name on TikTok and Instagram is Jamal Get Right _. So I posted the link for TikTok right there. But on Instagram, it's the same thing, Jamal Get Right _. RCG says, big up Jamal. Thank you, my J. Thanks for the love. Gazin Foray says, big up, keep pushing, you're doing great. Thank you, Gazin, appreciate that. Let's keep pushing, guys. We're in the 460s now, so now it's on to the 450s, right? That's how this goes. We're not going back up. I'm not planning to. Was it OA95 says, what's your biggest craving on your journey? Mine is full fat cola. Oh, I love full fat cola. My biggest craving is normally, honestly, everything. It's pretty much the things I used to eat on a regular basis. So it just depends what you used to consume on a regular basis. So it doesn't really matter what mine is, but it's pretty much everything that I normally used to eat. I crave it a lot of the time. Not all the time. There's some days I don't crave it whatsoever, but there's some days that I do. And yeah, wings is definitely one of them. Big time. I crave wings often. And I could still eat wings, you know, just have to grill them and, you know, or air fry them, but it's not the same, is it? Not the same, so I'd rather just avoid it. Sherry says, I'm from the States, Houston, and I love your channel. Thank you, Sherry. Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate the support. Shout out to everyone in Houston, Texas. Shout out to Booker T. Spinneroonie. Big Ben says, you may be in your villain arc, but it's showing that you're using your angry energy for positive results. Exactly. There you go. Got to use that energy the right way. RCJ says, what does your 24 hours look like? So 24 hours, I wake up. To be honest, my sleeping pattern's all over the place, so I can't really give you a specific. I can't give you a specific. I wake up at this time because I don't know when I sleep. I don't have a sleeping pattern. I just sleep when I'm tired. That's my pattern. Am I tired? No, don't sleep. Am I tired? Yes, sleep. That is my sleeping pattern. So I just say what I do in a day. I sleep at some point. I go to the gym at some point. And then I eat my protein meal after my gym. So it's normally chicken, maybe some veg, a protein shake. Now it's going to be fish, maybe some veg and a protein shake. Have my water. When I'm at the gym, I'm recording videos. When I'm eating and cooking, I'm probably recording videos. So at some point, I might even go back to sleep after that, after I eat. Then at some point, I'm gonna edit my videos, write a script, or if I haven't read the script already. And I edit the videos, upload the videos on all my socials, respond to some comments. Then I might even go back to sleep again if I'm tired, or I'll talk to some friends, talk to some people I've networked with, look at some social media stuff, do some studying. I like to study as well as if I can, do some reading, try to get better at my craft, get better at creating content, get better at understanding, get better at giving people value, basically. Like the type of questions that people ask me are going to be asking me, I want to be able to have better answers so that I can help people more. So I do a lot of studying as well. That is pretty much how my 24 hours look at the moment. Yeah. But I can't say I do this at this time and that at that time because it changes all the time. So it's a little bit chaotic, but at some point I pretty much fit all those things in. So I hope that makes sense. Gazing says, I get proper hangry. Ain't just you. Yeah, so it's like I said, you will get cravings, big time cravings for sure. But you have to understand that is the challenge. Like apparently 1 in 1,000 people who decide that they want to lose weight and get to a healthy weight, only 1 in 1,000 people succeed at that. So what does that tell you? If that is true, that tells you that this is actually really difficult. It's not easy. If 1 in 1,000 people say, because look, what do we say? You say, you know what? This is the time. Today is the day. This is the week. This is the year. I'm going to lose this weight. So I'm going to lock in, stay motivated. I'm going to go to the gym 3-4 times a week. I'm going to eat this. I'm going to eat that. I'm not going to eat this. I'm not going to eat that. I'm going to drink this amount of water. I'm going to stay focused. And a couple of weeks go by, or a couple of days go by, or 1 day goes by, and they give up. 1 in 1,000 people succeed. If that stat is true, I read that somewhere, but if that stat is true, that pretty much confirms that it's a difficult thing to do. So what you're trying to achieve and what you're trying to accomplish is to be that 1 in 1,000 person. So give yourself some grace and understanding that a lot of people fail at this because it's hard. But if you want to be that 1 in 1,000 person, you got to do what those people are not willing to do. And you got to understand that it takes a series of very difficult days. It's hard work. There's some ways to make it easier. For example, I made a video today just talking about this, but I bought some noodles. They're called shirataki noodles. Some people call them glass noodles. They're only 30 calories per serving, and they taste exactly like noodles. I don't understand why they even sell noodles, honestly, because they taste exactly the same. But they're only 30 calories per serving. So if you're craving ramen, get some shirataki noodles. Or if you're having problems with cravings, what I did at the start of my weight loss journey, I don't do it now because I don't need to so much, but what I did at the start of my weight loss journey was I just put my money into a savings account. So I paid my bills at the start of the month, paid all my bills, then I bought shopping for the month or for a few weeks, filled up my freezer with meat and veg, and made sure I got my water and my supplements. I basically put myself in a position where I don't need money for the entire month. Everything's paid for. And if I do need some emergency money, then it's in a savings account. I can still take it out. I can't take it out for a week. So if I want to buy something, it just means I've got to wait a week. If I need some emergency money, I've got family that love me. If you don't have family that love you, that's probably something you've got to sort out, but that might make it a little bit difficult. But if I did need emergency money, I do have that. But you could put your money in a savings account, and this is what I did at the start. I put all my money in a savings account when I knew that the cravings were going to be hitting me the hardest. And so because of that, I couldn't spend any money. It was literally nothing I could do. All that was in my freezer was meat, chicken breast, beef, and vegetables, and pickles and water. Not in my freezer, but in the fridge or cupboards. So when all these cravings were kicking my ass, there ain't nothing I could do about it. I'm not going to binge eat chicken breast and broccoli because that's vile. I'm going to have my 1 meal a day because that's all I really want. That's all I'm going to have. All them cravings that were hitting me hard, it meant nothing because I could not spend money anyway. I'm not going to beg my family for money to buy some chicken wings. It's not going to happen. I got pride in myself. So that's how I survived the first few weeks or first month or so. Or I just put it in a savings account, so couldn't spend it anyway. There's nothing I could do. So there's ways to make this journey easy, and I've figured out a lot of them. I'll give you another one. If you're going out and you know that you don't need to spend money, you're going to be bombarded with advertisements everywhere just don't bring your card. Don't bring any money with you. If you got like Apple Pay on your phone, take that off, man. Block it. If there's apps that block it, then block it. Make sure you can't spend money. Don't bring your cards. Don't bring your credit card. Don't bring your debit card, and then you won't buy nothing. There's ways to basically put friction in the way. Make it as difficult as possible to make bad decisions. That's a quote that I heard and I love. Make it as difficult as possible to make bad decisions. So put friction in the way. So whatever it is that you struggle with, if it's junk food, if it's impulse spending, if it's emotional eating, if it's buying things when you're out, if it's going to restaurants with friends, if it's getting drunk and partying and having those carb cravings after you've done that, figure out ways to make it difficult to make bad decisions, whatever it is that you're struggling with. I can't tell you specifically the solution for everyone because it depends on your specific problem, but there are definitely ways to do that. So you can be that 1 in 1,000, guys. You can do it. I plan to be that 1 in 1,000, and you can do it too. But just understand that it's going to be hard, and it's going to take a lot of difficult days, but you've got to stack them on top of each other, and you can achieve anything you want. All right, guys, it's been a good stream. I've done a lot of talking, and I've only drank a little bit of water, so I've got a lot more hydration to do. But I'm going to wrap the stream up here. So today it was 2.2 pounds loss, down into the 460s. Just tiptoed into the 460s, not a major loss, but slow motion is better than no motion. So I will be back next week, same time, same place. Be back for week 14 live weigh-in next Sunday at 8 p.m. UK time or 3 p.m. if you're Eastern time US. So as always, I'll post a live link so you'll be able to see it on my YouTube channel before it goes live and hop in when the time's right. But hopefully see you all next week for another live weigh-in and Q&A session. I'm going to keep doing my part. I'm going to keep working out. I'm going to keep staying locked in. And hopefully we get another good week next week. So you guys all have a great week yourself. Hit me up on Instagram if you need anything. I try to answer most of my DMs, but honestly, my DMs are absolutely crazy at the moment. I can't answer everything, but I try and answer most of them if I can. So I'm on Instagram, JamalGetRight_ on Instagram. You can find me there. But until next week, you guys have a fantastic week. Hope you guys achieve all your goals as well. Let's keep pushing, guys, and let's get right. See you guys next week. Have a good one. Love you.